Hello and welcome. We begin with the latest from South Africa. Though Cyril Ramaphosa has secured another term as the country's president, but post-poll turbulence has refused to die down. In the latest, graft-tainted former President Jacob Zuma's party has decided to join hands with smaller opposition parties in the South African National Assembly. Zuma's MK party says its decision comes in a bid to take on the newly formed coalition government between the African National Congress and the Democratic Alliance. The MK party has said it will join the opposition alliance called the Progressive Caucus, which comprises of the Economic Freedom Fighters, or the EFF, and the centre-left United Democratic Movement.
This united effort is necessary because the 2024 election has also resulted in the consolidation of right-wing and reactionary forces who are opposed to economic freedom, racial economic transformation, racial equality, and land repossession.
The MK party performed surprisingly well in the May 29th elections, securing the third position. It won 14.6% of the vote in South Africa's 400-seat National Assembly. And now the MK's alliance with the EFF and the UDM will command close to 30% of the seats in the National Assembly. The announcement of the alliance is a significant development since last week, when the MK party filed a complaint with the country's top court, seeking to block the new parliament's first sitting. This was over allegations of vote rigging. But the top court dismissed the MK party's complaint, saying it lacked merit, following which Zuma's MPs boycotted Friday's National Assembly sitting. Now, MK has decided to take up its seats in the National Assembly after receiving legal advice, and the party says they will continue to raise their concerns in the courts and the parliament. The Jacob Zuma-led party registered grave objections to the lack of law and order during the May 29th polls. It alleged that over 9 million votes have not been accounted for and accused the electoral process of being deeply flawed with serious voting irregularities. The party asserts that it would have won the elections had they been conducted in a free and fair manner. Now, that's despite the Independent Electoral Commission saying that the election was indeed legitimate.
We are going to the International Court so that this country does not have the South African judges doing so. Judges who get angry and sentence you because they hate you. We are going to the judges that look at things, look at issues. We are going there. It's fine that people are in government now, and I hope they did not commit anything wrong, because we are going to dig and dig and dig until the truth comes through.
Zuma also criticized the unity government, calling it meaningless and a white-led unholy alliance. Meanwhile, his party has asked the Electoral Court to declare that the May 29th elections as invalid. It is now seeking an order from the court directing the president to call for new elections.
Let us see the votes properly. We've got many stories about votes, some banned. You don't even need to listen to what people love to say. There must be a repeat. No. There must be an elections.
Now, although the re-election of Cyril Ramaphosa as president has ended South Africa's political deadlock, but it has certainly opened a new chapter of rivalry between friends turned foes, Zuma and Ramaphosa. For more on this, we have with us a writer and political analyst, Kim Heller, who is joining us live from Johannesburg. Hello to you, Kim. Thank you for being with us on Firstpost Africa.
Thank you. It's a pleasure.
Now, Kim, what are the main objectives and policies that the proposed opposition alliance, the Progressive Caucus, aims to achieve?
The Progressive Caucus, which, as you said, the MK party is now joining, is a alliance between what we'd call the black political parties that are sitting to the left of the ANC, especially now that the ANC has taken a very centrist approach and joined the DA in an alliance, a coalition of sorts. And the Progressive Alliance will be seeking probably the antithesis of what the Government of National Unity will be doing. That is, they'll be looking at the matters of land injustice, of the lack of economic transformation. They'll be focusing on pro-black policies at a political time where the government is moving certainly to a centrist, white-orientated ideology and program. So the parties on the left will be pursuing what they believe should have been pursued fully in 1994, which is the agenda of black liberation. That includes economic liberation, land restoration, and cultural and constitutional review.
Right. Zuma has called the National Unity Government a meaningless and white-led unholy alliance, and is seeking another order from the court wanting the president to call fresh elections, saying that the 29th of May elections were rigged. What is your assessment of his statements?
Well, to comment on the first part, I think Jacob Zuma is completely correct in saying that this is a white-led government, because the DA, which is an apartheid-based organization, which has always put white interests at the center of its policies, is now almost leading the ANC. Whilst the ANC still has a higher percentage, we're seeing an adoption of a lot of the EFF-type policies and a move away from policies that will serve the ordinary black South African and favor white business and white Western markets in the main. So he is correct in that. I think in his legal bids to bring the election results under scrutiny, Jacob Zuma, as has any citizen in this country, has the right to pursue legal recourse. However, he has yet to bring what I believe is a heap of evidence to support his claims. So whilst he has the right to protest the election results, which to me by all accounts seem reasonably fair, he also has a responsibility to bring evidence to back his claims, which are quite alarming and could have dire consequences for South Africa. So yeah, in summary, let him back up what he's saying as he enters the court system to query the results.
Right. And has there been any response from other opposition parties or political figures regarding Zuma's statements?
I have yet to see official comments from either the EFF or any of the other smaller parties, but I would imagine that they would welcome this initiative because, as you said, it takes them from a 13% based opposition party formation of parties to just over 30%, making that far more formidable. Whether the different personalities in this assortment of black political parties will work together is something that we're still going to see unfold. But I think the development of policies, leadership, and the like are all work in progress. What's very interesting, I found, was the initiative to take this alliance outside of Parliament, to fight battles in other domains. And I think that's very powerful and could really shift the power dynamics, both inside Parliament and outside.
Kim, thank you very much for being with us and for your valued insights, as always.
Thank you so much.
Firstpost reports from the world's second largest continent. Hello, I'm Alison Lagrange. A very warm welcome from Durban, South Africa. We get you the news and the newsmakers from Africa. From elections to climate change to innovations and opportunities. As the world's attention shifts, we report from Africa, the heart of the global South. Join me every weekday live on First Post.